Hi, this is a follow-up video to show you the new motor that we've got to replace the one that died on the Evans Cr2 Tumbler. You can see it's a brand new motor, come from a company called Remco. Never tried this motor, I'm about to fit it in today. There's some slight subtle differences, so you can see where this brass pillar is fitted. On the old motor it had a hole all the way through for a bolt to go into the pillar. They've had to change things slightly. They had two holes on this motor, put two screws and nuts in to hold a plate, then attach the spacer onto there, so I really don't see that being an issue. Anyway, I'll pause this now and we'll get this motor fitted in, and then we'll give it a whirl and see how it goes. Back in a bit.
Hi, I'm back. Okay, first little problem, it's only a little one. You can see the pillar of the motor here. You can't quite get the screw in because it's not lining up correctly with the slot. So what I had to do to get both of these in, so I had to file a little bit off the bottom of the slot down here, and it looks like I'm going to have to file a little bit off the slot at the top here to be able to get the screw in. Then the motor will be mounted on its 3 screws and I'll be able to adjust it back and forth with the tension on the belt. So I'll do that and I'll be back in a minute. So there we go, we've filed a little bit off the top slot here and a little bit off the bottom slot here. I mean only a little bit. That's allowed the screws to fit onto the pillars. And now, I've tightened it up too much. The motor can slide back and forth, as you can see, so we can do the belt tension when we need to as well. But all in all, just looking at it, it's going to be a nice comfy fit. Well, we'll get it wired in, tensioned up on everything else, and then we'll fire it and see how we go on.
I just wanted to show you before I go any further with this, the motor's now all fitted in place and tightened up, and it seems to be tensioned alright. And if I turn the driven shaft with my finger, you can see the fan, the motor and everything else running round, and the drive belt seems to be okay. So we'll move on now and wire it up. Hi, back again. Okay, as you can see now we're all wired in. I use a couple of inline crimps here to connect the motor cables. Put a spade crimp on there, as you can see, for the earth. Drive belts on. So let's fire this baby up, see what happens. Oh, we have movement, that's good. It seems to be rotating alright, so I suppose the proof of the pudding now is stick a barrel on, see what happens. Here we go. Nice big 3-pound barrel. And off we go. And that seems to be running at a good speed. And so the RPM's right for the motor. So I think we're looking good actually. So the last thing to do now is put the back cover on here, and then we'll just let it run for a few hours and see how it goes. Back in a minute. Hi, so it's all looking good. See, barrel's running nicely, all the covers are on, it's not making any untoward noises. So to recap, the only real issues I had were having to file this slot on the bottom down a little bit, make the overall slot bigger. This other one here, I had to file the top of the slot to enlarge it slightly. I guess that's because of the slightly different dimensions of the motor. The only other issue I really had, and it wasn't something I couldn't resolve, was getting this grommet out initially and putting it back on. I found in the end the best way to put it back on was by compressing it with a pair of these and slowly wiggling it back through with the wire in place. But anyway, that's now fitted. The wire's nice and secure, it's not going anywhere. The cables inside are all nice and secure, they're tie wrapped up and properly connected, so yeah, I'd say job done. So say for the sake of, I think it was about £62 for a replacement motor, because as opposed to that's about £170 for a whole new unit minus the barrels, because the manufacturers wouldn't sell me a motor. They said they'd repair it, but I should imagine that must have been getting on for well over 100 quid. So all in all, a good saving, job done. Hope it's useful to you. Bye.